Breaking this morning, disturbing new images of ISIS militants getting their hands on scores of American-made guns. The militants attacked an Iraqi military post in Anbar province, and this is new ISIS video you're seeing now showing dozens of guns seized by ISIS. They also made off with American armored vehicles and Humvees. Of course, this is coming as the U.S. and Iraq are planning this major offensive to take back the ISIS stronghold of Mosul. This is just another propaganda video for the terror group. But what can we learn about the attack and their weapon power from this video? Let's dig into it with CNN senior international correspondent Ben Wiedemann in Erbil. And we also have CNN military analyst, retired Major General James Spider Marks. Ben, I want you to start off for us and just tell us about the attack on this military post.
Yes, well, this video was posted on YouTube yesterday. It seems to be taking place about 60 miles northwest of Baghdad, near the town of Samarra. Now, what you see is what appears to be an ongoing assault on this Iraqi emplacement. The video shows several Iraqi soldiers dead, one of the bodies burning. And then you see lined up in a row, I counted at least 35 M16 assault rifles made in the United States, as well as piles of AK-47 assault rifles, APCs, armored personnel carriers, and a Humvee as well. Now, we don't have precise details on this attack, but it seems to be taking place in broad daylight, so one wonders, where are those coalition aircraft? It's not in a mountainous area, so it's all very visible from the air. But this is another example of ISIS getting their hands on American equipment. Now, of course, they had a huge bonanza last June when they took over Mosul, and the Iraqi army essentially fled, dropping their arms, leaving behind hundreds of Humvees, heavy artillery, and loads of ammunition. But what you're seeing here is a small incident. These things take place on a regular basis, where Iraqi bases in the desert fall to ISIS. And it's not necessarily the fault of the ordinary soldiers. Time and time again, we hear of instances where the command structure simply does not reply to urgent requests by these isolated bases for help, for relief, for supplies, for even things like food and water. So the Iraqi army, even though the United States is putting a lot of effort into retraining the Iraqi army, has still really got its back against the wall at a time when American officials are talking about offensive operations to try to retake Mosul.